Just out your door is a world of possibilities. You just have to step out and become one of us. We are ecotourists. We live life to its fullest through exploration, volunteerism, and saving Mother Earth for the next generation. So lace up your boots and join us on Eco-Trekking. Alright, we're in southeastern Utah at Hovenweep National Monument. This is a really cool place. There are Indian ruins, Native American dwellings scattered throughout this narrow canyon. Hovenweep National Monument is one of several ancient Native American sites in the Four Corners area. On this trip, we're going to also visit Newspaper Rock and edge of the Cedars State Park. But one of the best examples of unrestored ruins is at Hovenweep National Monument. And what's really cool about this place is that they're virtually untouched since the day the Mormon pioneers found them 150 years ago. They haven't been restored, so it really feels like I've come upon this and I'm discovering it for the first time. Todd Overby, lead interpreter at the park, took me to some of the more impressive ruins to introduce the park.
Hovenweep area, it's very popular for the towers that you'll see here. We have here at the Square Tower unit that you see right here is a 2-mile loop trail where you'll see 11 of these ancestral Puebloan sites. Then there's also outlying areas you can drive out to and take short walks in both the states of Utah and Colorado.
So that would be a huge structure between those. What would that be equivalent to, and now in today's terms, like a 10, 20,000 square foot establishment?
Yeah, it very well could have been. Nonetheless, it kind of gives you an idea that these structures were actually pretty big. And what we see today is just the remnants of what was here.
So what were the towers used for?
The towers were built for ceremonial reasons, were built for observation.
How many people total lived here that occupied this?
Archaeologists seem to think that about 200 people.
So do you have any photography tips for me?
You know what? Sunsets are really good for photography.
Once the sun set, I was off in search of Native American rock art. I found it at what's called Newspaper Rock. Newspaper Rock is so named because of the large number of highly concentrated petroglyphs. Nobody knows when these were carved or by who. Even more mysterious is the meaning. Anyone's interpretation is just as good as the next, and it's fun to speculate. Our last stop on this Four Corners tour is to edge of the Cedars State Park in Blanding, Utah. I met up with the museum director, Terry Paul, who introduced the park.
We are a museum of Native American culture of the Four Corners region, and that's contemporary culture as well as prehistoric culture. We have an exhibit program where we change exhibits and offer a variety of contemporary Native American and local artists who are interpreting the area around us in the county, the canyons, the landscape, the culture, everything that goes into what we are. And those change typically about every 6 months. We also have very beautiful permanent exhibits that feature items from the collection, artifacts from the collection, and they're presented in a way that tells a story about the people, who they were, and how they lived. We have one of the largest collections on display of ancestral Puebloan pottery, and it's also available online to view. The ruins that we have behind the museum are ancestral Puebloan, also known as Anasazi.
That's really cool, Dad. Can you come down?
You can go down into one of the rooms. It's a kiva room that was used and actually is still used today for ceremonial purposes.
Well, that concludes my trip to these Native American ancient sites in the Bluff and Blanding area. It's been a really, really cool trip. For now, I'm going to leave you with some of my favorite images from this shoot.